One nation. Controls 25% of the entire world's economy. Commands 750 military bases on foreign soil. Its currency decides whether nations rise or fall. Cross it, and your economy collapses overnight. Defy it, and missiles rain from the sky. But here's what they don't tell you. 250 years ago, this superpower didn't even exist. It was just 13 weak colonies, about to fight the most powerful empire in human history. Everyone said they would lose. Everyone was wrong. What happened next is the most dramatic rise to power the world has ever witnessed. And the secret behind it will shock you. April 19, 1775. A single gunshot near Lexington, Massachusetts. This moment, called "the shot heard round the world," ignited a revolution that no one believed could succeed. Britain controlled a quarter of the planet. America was just farmland and forests. The odds? Impossible. But America won. And in 1783, a new nation was born. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. America's founding fathers didn't want to become a world power. George Washington's farewell address warned the nation to avoid foreign entanglements. Stay isolated. Build at home. Never get involved in Europe's endless wars. For nearly a century, America followed this advice. While European empires carved up Africa and Asia, America looked inward. Through negotiation, purchase, and conquest, the United States tripled in size between 1783 and 1853. The Louisiana Purchase of 1803 doubled the nation's territory overnight for just $15 million. It was one of history's greatest land deals. But land alone doesn't make a superpower. America needed something more. Something that would change everything. Between 1865 and 1898, something extraordinary happened. Coal production exploded by 800%. Railway track mileage increased by 567%. Factories multiplied across the nation. By the mid-1880s, America had surpassed Britain as the world's leading producer of manufactured goods and steel. The nation that had been dismissed by European powers was now an economic giant. In 1820, America accounted for less than 2% of global GDP. By 1900, it was the industrial powerhouse of the world. But economic strength wasn't enough. America needed to prove itself on the global stage. And that moment came in 1898. The Spanish-American War. It lasted only months, but changed everything. Spain, once a mighty empire, was defeated. Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines became American territories. Hawaii was annexed. The Panama Canal Zone came under U.S. control. In less than a year, America transformed from an isolated nation into a global empire. The world had a new player. And this player was hungry. But America's true moment was still coming. Two devastating wars would reshape the entire world order. And America would emerge from both as the ultimate victor. World War I. President Woodrow Wilson tried to keep America neutral, but German aggression forced his hand. When American forces arrived in Europe, they tipped the balance. The war ended. Wilson attended the Paris Peace Conference and proposed the League of Nations, an ambitious plan to prevent future wars through international cooperation. But it was World War II that changed everything. While Europe and Asia burned, America's mainland remained untouched. British cities were bombed. Soviet territory was devastated. China suffered unspeakable horrors. Japan's cities were reduced to ash. But America? Protected by two vast oceans, the American industrial machine operated at full capacity, untouched by enemy bombs. When the war ended in 1945, Europe lay in ruins. The Soviet Union had lost 27 million people. Japan and Germany were destroyed. Britain, once the world's dominant power, was bankrupt and exhausted. America emerged stronger than ever. Its economy boomed. Its military was the world's most powerful. And it possessed something no other nation had: nuclear weapons. The power gap was unprecedented. America didn't just win the war. It became something the world had never seen before, a true superpower. But what America did next was even more remarkable. Instead of conquering, it built. In 1945, the United Nations was established in San Francisco. America became a founding member and secured permanent veto power in the Security Council. The Bretton Woods Agreement created the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, establishing the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. Every nation would now trade in dollars. America controlled the global financial system. NATO was formed in 1949, creating a military alliance that bound Western Europe to American protection. The Marshall Plan poured billions into rebuilding Europe, creating prosperous democracies loyal to America and establishing markets for American goods. America built a network of over 800 military bases across the globe. Its navy controlled every major ocean. Its air force dominated the skies. Its nuclear arsenal could destroy the world several times over. But there was one rival: the Soviet Union. For 45 years, two superpowers faced off. The Berlin Wall stood as a symbol of a divided world. Proxy wars erupted in Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan. The space race captivated millions as both nations competed for supremacy beyond Earth. Nuclear missiles pointed at each other's cities, ready to end civilization in minutes. The world held its breath. One wrong move could mean annihilation. But America had advantages the Soviet Union couldn't match. Its economy was dynamic and innovative. Silicon Valley revolutionized computing. Hollywood exported American culture to every corner of the planet. The dollar remained supreme. American universities attracted the world's brightest minds. Freedom and prosperity made America a magnet for talent. The Soviet system, rigid and centralized, couldn't compete. Its economy stagnated. Its people grew restless. And in 1991, the unthinkable happened. The Soviet Union collapsed. The Cold War was over. America had won without firing a shot. For the first time in history, the world had only one superpower. From 13 colonies to global hegemon. From isolation to world domination. From an impossible revolution to the architect of the modern world order. America's rise wasn't accidental. It was built on geography, timing, innovation, industrial might, military strength, and strategic brilliance. The question now is, can any nation remain number one forever? Or is America's dominance just another chapter in the endless cycle of rising and falling empires? History will decide. But for now, America stands alone at the top. The world's only superpower.